Hi folks, and welcome back to Meaningful Money. Okay, still here on the coast road between St Ives and St Just on a freezing Sunday afternoon, so hence the scarf, wrapped up warm. Episode 187, I believe. We're going to talk about cash flow. Might do 2 or 3 on this. Really important part of financial planning. In fact, it's not just part of financial planning, it is financial planning. But I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit. So before I do that, my good friends down here in the bottom right, that's 7 Investment Management, a firm of investment managers in London who sponsor me. And I'm very grateful to them for doing so because it helps me to keep going. Cash flow then, what is it? Well, it's money in and money out, okay? Shall I stop now? You know, how much have you got coming in? How much have you got going out? And how can you use that to achieve your financial aims? It is, without question, the essential underpinning of all financial planning. It really is that important. I was speaking to some clients recently, net worth about £10 million. I'm talking to them about income and outgoings. Why I was doing that will become clear in due course. But likewise, I might see, well, I hesitate to say it really, little old ladies with, state pension, a little bit more, and some money that they've salted away over the years. And again, for them and for me as their planner, it's about income versus outgoings, cash flow. If you get cash flow right, it will enable you to pay down debt, if you've got some, to reduce it and try to reduce it quickly. It'll enable you to save for your future, to protect your family, if that's appropriate with insurance or whatever, to enjoy life now, but also to know that you'll be able to continue enjoying life in the future. Cash flow and budgeting, which is a word I try to avoid if I can because it has all sorts of negative and boring connotations. Cash flow is a discipline. One, I learned far later than I should have done. I should thank my wife really for that. But it is a discipline. Now, we don't like discipline these days, do we? We're all far too free and easy for that. But if your financial planning is to be a success, then discipline is important, and cash flow is a discipline. The equation really is quite simple, okay? The money in, the money coming in, should be more than the money going out, okay? I could probably stop there as well. But I wanted to just give you some things to think about when we're talking about cash flow, and I'll show you sort of what effect it has in the next 2 or 3 videos. First suggestion, and something that I do every couple of years or so, is to monitor all outgoings for 1 month. And I mean all outgoings. So you spend 50p buying a Galaxy Ripple or something, then write it down. Carry a notebook with you, or use a bit of software on your iPhone or whatever to track all expenditure for 1 month. You might think that just sounds an awful thing to do, but if you really want to get a hold of your spending, it's a really, really good exercise, because it will show you how much you throw away on just things that you don't need. Tell you what, since I've been on a diet, am I looking any slimmer? Not sure yet. About a stone lighter than I was about 6 weeks ago, but another 3 stone to go. But actually, I've mentioned it very early on doing these videos, but the amount of money that I just spend on chocolate is quite a lot actually, so I'm a little bit better off as well as being healthier. Once you've sort of spent that month and getting all your expenditure sort of identified, it's about knowing what goes out. You can't control something if you don't know about it. You can only manage what you can measure, as the management saying goes. Once you've done that, you can group your expenditure into broad categories. And you can be as sort of broad or as granular as you like. So you could, for example, have a category which says utilities. Or you could split it up into, water, gas, electricity, broadband, phone, oil, if you live out in the sticks like me, things like that. So break it down into categories and be as broad or as granular as you like. I quite like granularity, it helps me. Once you've done that for a month and you've looked at an entire month, exactly what you've spent, assuming it's an ordinary month and allowing for any sort of out of the ordinary expenses, then that can form your budget for the coming month, and that's what I'm going to look at a little bit next time. The idea, of course, is that if you're at the early stages of your financial planning, is that you can set enough aside to be able to get 1 month ahead. So you have 1 month's expenditure always in the bank sort of behind you, so you're spending effectively last month's income. That's a great place to be. A really good sense of sort of comfort comes from knowing you've got 1 month's expenditure tucked away in the bank. More than that is even better, of course. All right, so those are just some suggestions. Track your expenditure for a month. You know, carry a notebook around with you, and I mean track everything. And if you're married, both of you do it. Then once you've done that, group your expenditure into categories, and that will then form the basis of your budget for the next month. What I'm going to do next is show you how to do that using a piece of software called YNAB, which stands for You Need a Budget. There's a link on the site. It's an affiliate link, I should tell you, so if you do buy it, I will get a kickback. I use it every day. It's just a fantastic piece of software, not only for tracking. There's an iPhone app and an Android app that comes with it, not only for tracking but also for budgeting, for looking ahead. So I'm going to look a little bit at that and how to budget using YNAB next time. YNAB next time. Okay, right, I need to wrap this one up. So thank you for watching. I will see you next time for some more cash flow.